Good morning, students. I am Binayak Behra, your trainer come coach for this English training session. But before that, let me give you a brief introduction about myself. This is Binayak Behra, a management lecturer, corporate trainer. I used to teach to the students of management, particularly MBA students, and I'm a corporate trainer. I used to train to professionals, especially in communication skills, spoken English, personality development, etc. So out here, basically, this class, we will be focusing on that the syllabus of banking examinations that are being conducted throughout India. So not taking much of the time, let us go to the syllabus. But before moving to the syllabus, I would like to welcome you to this browsed study education, where this is an authorized training center of Tally, and we are registered with Ministry of Small and Medium Scale Enterprises, Government of India, and this is a 9001-2008 certified institution. So those who want to take the advantage of competitive examinations, those who want to take the tips, those who want to prepare themselves, those who want to build themselves for these competitive examinations, then Browzed study is your destination. So let us move. We will start with the syllabus of English for banking and SSC. SSC is Staff Selection Commission. So it is of course written out here, but let me give you a detailed syllabus of banking so that that will help you out in tracing the syllabus better. So the syllabus is as follows. The first and important thing is reading comprehension. Reading comprehension. So basically, reading comprehension, for that I would recommend you to at least read English newspapers, or at least you should have a habit of reading English newspapers. And particularly, I would advise you for this reading comprehension, particularly you follow the Hindu, because maximum of time we have seen the comprehensions that come in these kind of examinations, maximum they come from this Hindu newspaper, or sometimes from the Indian Express. Indian Express. So if you are following these two newspapers, then well and good. If you are not following these two newspapers, then I would advise you to follow the Hindu or the Indian Express. Read thoroughly, at least 2-3 articles, 2-3 passages daily. Whether you understand it or not, that doesn't matter. in the first instance, or when you are gradually you are trying to overcoming this type of examinations, first you go on reading the paragraphs first. Gradually you will understand the tidbits inside, but first you make a habit of reading the articles, so that will definitely help you cracking this reading comprehension. Understood? Then the next, after reading comprehension, that comes is the closed test. Then comes the closed test. If it is not visible, let me write it for you. Closed test. The first one is reading comprehension. As I have told you, reading comprehension, there will be a passage, and from that passage you need to answer some of the questions, and for that I highly recommend you to follow the Hindu or the Indian Express. The next thing is a closed test. Then error spotting. You'll have to trace, you'll have to spot an error. Then comes sentence correction. As you can understand from this word itself, sentence correction. So there will be an incorrect sentence or a correct sentence that you need to make correction over there. Then comes parajumbles. Parajumbles means there will be parts of paragraphs, they will be in some jumbled manners, and you need to synchronize them, you need to sequence them chronologically one after one, so that they will make a complete sense. So these are known as parajumbles. Okay. Then again comes paragraph completion. Paragraph completion. There will be a paragraph which you need to complete yourself. So that comes paragraph completion. First reading comprehension, then closed test, error spotting, sentence correction, parajumbles, paragraph completion. There will be questions, fill in the blanks. You know this. You need to fill the blanks. And finally, vocabulary. So, looking at this particular syllabus, so you need to cover these particular things. You need to cover these particular things to master this particular syllabus. Please try to understand two distinct things, my dear students. First one is you are learning, you are mastering this grammar to crack the examination or to have a knowledge on English. Yes, to crack the examination, you are following this syllabus. And so that if you need to learn English, there are various platforms. But out here, we are only focusing on cracking the banking or SSC, cracking the competitive English and how to solve that. So these are all basic grammars related to high school +2 level. So all you need to do is to have a mastery on this syllabus you need to have a thorough practice on this particular things like noun, pronoun, verbs, adverbs, articles, preposition, conjunction, tense, subject, verb, agreement, reported speech. All this. My dear students, out here, I think it is my duty to elaborate you a little over this particular things. Okay, so we have discussed about the syllabus that normally comes in banking examinations. So this is the syllabus, and I have told you how to follow that. Particularly, you need to, for reading comprehension, please follow the Hindu or the Indian Express. That will be better for you. So out here, for your better understanding, let me give you a little insight on subject verb agreement or the parts of a sentence. Parts of a sentence. Okay. So in parts of a sentence particularly, what are the things that comes? Suppose before moving that, suppose I have written one sentence. Ram goes to school. Okay. So a sentence can be divided into two parts. Please understand this. A sentence can be divided into two parts. A sentence can be divided into two clear, distinct parts. A subject part and this is a subject part and a predicate part. Understood? A subject part and a predicate part. There are two distinct parts of a sentence. Please understand this. So, as we have discussed, there are two distinct parts of a sentence. The first part is the subject part, and from the auxiliary verb or from the helping verb towards the end of the sentence, that follows the predicate part. Understood? The sentence structure is divided into two types. One is subject and another one is predicate part. Okay? Understood? Now, in this subject part, what can be a subject or who can be a subject? A doer. A doer who is doing the thing. Out here, who is the doer? Ram is moving to the school, or Ram goes to the school. So Ram is the doer out here. Ram is the doer out here, or we may say Ram is the subject out here. So Ram is the subject. Okay? And the next part that follows the subject part is the predicate part. And in this predicate part, okay, but before moving to this predicate part, you understood sentence is divided into two, we can classify into two parts. One is a subject part, another one is a predicate part. But before explaining you this predicate part, let me give you a real insight on subject verb agreement. Subject verb agreement, that is written there, subject verb agreement. Please try to understand what is a subject. There are three main things in a sentence. Okay, so what are those three main things? One is subject, who is a doer or who is doing the thing, is called as the subject. Or object. Object are of two types again: direct, indirect. Direct and indirect. Okay, and lastly come verb. Last comes the verb part. And you know there are three forms of a verb. A verb has three forms, like present, past, and past participle. Out here, the previous sentence, if we take, Ram goes to school. So go is the verb. So go is the verb out here. The past is went, and the past participle is gone. So from the demands of our students, let me speak in Odia. Okay, so जो मु कहली सब्जेक्ट वर्ब एग्रीमेंट थाए, ये सब्जेक्ट वर्ब एग्रीमेंट रे सब बढ़िया जिनसटा कोन पिला माने सब बढ़िया जिनस होची सब्जेक्ट टाकू चिन्हिबा, वर्ब टाकू चिन्हिबा और ऑब्जेक्ट टाकू चिन्हिबा। ए तीनटा जिनस चिन्हले त हम जानि परियो ना कोटा कोन। तो ये चिंता जिनस जानिबा केंति चिन्हिया केंति। मु जते कथा आगो कहली, आगो सिलेबस विषय रे कहली जे हमर कोन कोन सिलेबस अछि ताकू हम केमति फॉलो करिबा। आ पूरा जो सिलेबस मु कहली सिलेबस भितरे एई सब जिनस ही जदि जने कवर न करिवो, जोटा अछि नाउन, प्रोनाउन, वर्ब, एडवर्ब, आर्टिकल, प्रीपोजिशन, कंजक्शन, टेंस, ये सब जिनस यदि जने कवर न कला ताले से कोन से एग्जामिनेशन दे परिबो। से बैंकिंग छाडंतु जे कोन से कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशन होउची, इंग्लिश रे थरो नॉलेज न हेले आ इंग्लिश रे थरो नॉलेज काहा को नै कि हुए, ग्रामर पर्टिकुलरली ए सब जिनस को नै कि। तो आको बिट बाय बिट जानंतु, एंड देन यू अपियर फॉर योर एग्जामिनेशन। आपण जते बेले पूरा कॉन्फिडेंट थिबे, सब कथा जानि थिबे, तबे ही आपण एरर डिटेक्ट करि परिबे, तबे ही आपण असजडा हे कि जिंस अछि ताकू सजाडी परिबे। तो से जिंस मु एठी कहू छी, प्रथम जिंस सब्जेक्ट का किए हे परिबो, गोटे डुअर जे करता जे करूची से ही सब्जेक्ट हे परिबो। तो एठी हम जो सेंटेंस नै थिले राम गोस टू स्कूल, राम स्कूल जाए, तो किए जाए कहा विषय एठी कोआ जाउची, जे करूची करता एठी किए, राम। सो राम was the subject there in that sentence. Object मु कहली, ऑब्जेक्ट माने मन को मन पचारिबा, व्हाट, व्हिच, कोउटा को, काहा को कोन पचारिया। उड़िया रे कोन प्रश्न हबो, जदि हम उड़िया रे कहबा काहा को कोउटा को, कोन प्रश्न हबो, काहा को कोउटा को। ओके, बा व्हाट, व्हिच, एठी कोन क्वेश्चन आसीबो, हु, एठी व्हाट, व्हिच क्वेश्चन आसीबो। जदि गोटे सेंटेंस अछि, हम देखिबा एग्जांपल करके देखिबा, एंड देन क्रिया जहा से करूची सेटा हम क्रिया कहू। एठी जिबा कथा चालीची माने से जाउची बा जाय, सेटा होची क्रिया। आ क्रिया रे पुनी तीनटा फॉर्म थाए। एज आई हैव टोल्ड यू, देयर आर थ्री फॉर्म्स ऑफ ए वर्ब। वन इज द प्रेजेंट फॉर्म, द पास्ट फॉर्म एंड द पास्ट पार्टिसिपल फॉर्म। go, went, gone, do, did, done. Okay, and maximum 97% of the verbs, they follow this ed part in there. Suppose read, read, read. Suppose, supposed, supposed. Learn, learned, learned. But now it is learn, learned, learned. In old English, you see learn, learned, learned. But nowadays it is learn, learned, learned. Okay, no new known. Only 3% of the verbs, they are not, they are not normal, like cut, 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 set, set, set. They are the same. No new known, go, went, gone. These are only 3%. So one is subject, another one is an object, and the final one is verb. These are the three important parts. And how will you recognize these three parts from a sentence? So let us check one sentence. Students are learning English. I hope it is visible to you. Not visible? Okay. I can see out here. So people are giving their comments that it is not visible. So because when I am giving the class, I could not see who, because I don't know what is the purview of the camera, because I'm a professional teacher. I go on teaching. So students are learning English. Suppose this is the sentence. Students are learning English. Let me write this sentence out here so that it will be visible more clearly to our students. Students are learning English. Okay. So who is a doer out here? Who is doing? I told you what will be the question in subject. Who? किए ओडिया जदि कहबा किए କରୁଛି ପିଲାମାନେ ପଢୁଛନ୍ତି. ओके. सो स्टूडेंट्स एटा ही सब्जेक्ट पार्ट. आ बाकी तक पार्ट कोन हला? एंड द रेस्ट पार्ट इज नोन एज आर लर्निंग इंग्लिश प्रेडिकेट पार्ट. This is the subject part and the rest are the predicate part. Again, this is the verb, helping verb. This is again verb. Okay. This is the subject. Who? Students. Verb, learning. Okay. Are is also helping verb, but object, what is the object? What they are learning? I told you, you will ask yourself what, which, कौन, काहाकू, कोउटाकू. एटा निजु निजे प्रश्न पचारिया. कौन, काहाकू, कोउटाकू, सेटा हला ऑब्जेक्ट, कर्म. सो पिला माने काहाकू पढुछन? इंग्लिश को पढुछन. सो इंग्लिश इज द ऑब्जेक्ट आउट हियर. Understood? English ही एठी ऑब्जेक्ट. जेमिति सब्जेक्ट रहिला, तापरे वर्ब रहिला, तापरे ऑब्जेक्ट रहउछ. एटा तारो सीक्वेंस इंग्लिश रे. सब्जेक्ट तापरे वर्ब तापरे ऑब्जेक्ट. जेमिति राम goes to school. Subject part, predicate part. It a subject, this is the verb, and this is what, where. Okay, so this is the subject part, this is the verb part. Suppose there is a question. We will be discussing that in the next class very precisely, active and passive voice, but today I am just giving you one example. If you know particularly the subject, verb and object, then easily you can convert any active sentence to a passive sentence. Okay, so that I will explain you tomorrow, but today I'm just showing you something. When the sequence changes from active to passive, the sequence follows. Suppose out here the sequence was subject, verb, object. Ram goes to school. But there it will become object is slash am slash are plus verb 3. That means the parts participle of the verb. Go, went, gone. So this is the formula. Suppose I eat mango. I is the subject, eat is the verb, mango is the object. Subject, verb, object. Suppose you will change this to passive. As I have told you, the formula will tomorrow we shall be discussing it very vividly. Today I am just giving you one highlight how to, have an idea about the syllabus and the basic things in English. So I am just giving you one insight today, but tomorrow, kali, हमें यहाँ पर बहुत vividly आलोचना करिएगा. So as I have told you, object is our verb 3. So who is the object out here? कौन पचारिया object पाई? I told you what? कौन खाऊची? कोटाऊ खाऊची? Ambo, mango. So mango is the object. Okay. So object then is slash r plus verb 3. Tomorrow we shall be discussing. Only I am just showing you today. So who is the object? Mango. Mango. So with mango, what will you fix? Is, mango is, and the verb 3, the past participle of eat is eaten. So mango is eaten. So anything, if you know particularly the subject verb agreement, then you can do better. Okay, because you have grasped the thing in a well manner. So you know where is the problem or where is the error. Then only you can detect. If you don't know, if you are not thorough in your grammar particularly, then you cannot anticipate or you cannot distinguish the errors in between. And particularly out here, these are the parts of a sentence also. In a sentence, these are the parts of a sentence. Let me tell you, my dear students, a sentence suppose if you know particularly the parts of a sentence, you have finished everything. I mean, maximum of the things you have finished. Why? In a sentence, what are there? Noun as written, pronoun, noun, name that specifies a name. Ram, Hari, Sham, Dam, pen, LCD, computer. Noun, pronoun. Instead of not saying computer, if I say it, it is a pronoun. In terms of computer, I'm using it. In terms of taking a name, suppose Ram went to school. If I'll say he went to school, so instead of saying Ram, a noun, I used pronoun. Okay, noun, pronoun, verbs. Again, verbs are transitive, intransitive. So we'll be discussing that in our next classes. But out here, I'm just giving you one insight. The parts of a sentence. The parts of a sentence consist of noun, pronoun, verbs, adverbs. So you need to understand noun. You need to understand pronoun. You need to understand verb. You need to understand adverbs. Then articles. A and D. These are all articles. So you need to understand articles, then prepositions, on, in, at. These are all prepositions. Then comes conjunction, tense. I'll be giving you some more insight on tense particularly, because from my long experience, I know particularly people have problem with this part. So after this, I'll be giving you some insight on tense. So these are the main parts in a sentence. So let us, or let me give you one insight on tense aspect. Okay, so as I have told you, active voice, passive voice, error correction, sentence rearrangement, fill in the blanks with modals, articles. I have already told you all those things, comprehension. So these are all the syllabus in banking. Okay. So, and apart from that, you need to grow your vocabulary, synonyms, you need to know synonyms, antonyms, spellings, one word substitutions, idiom, and phrases, degree of comparison. So all these things we'll be discussing out here in Browse study. So today, as the first class, I'm just giving you one insight to the whole syllabus of English. Okay, tomorrow we shall be discussing on active and passive particularly. And today, let me give you one intense highlight about tense, or the tense aspect. And I know many of the students, they have particularly, they need to brush up their tense aspect. Okay, so look at here very carefully. Tense, if tense and time, there are two aspects, please try to understand. There are two aspects, one is a tense, another one is a time. Okay, these are two separate, ए दीटा जाक अलग जिनस, पूरा अलग जिनस। पिला माने मते क्षमा करियो कोन भाई इंग्लिश रे थरे फ्लो आसुची तो इंग्लिश रे ए हे जाउची मोर मन रहउनी। सो टेंस गुटे अलग जिनस, आ टाइम ये मध्ये गुटे अलग जिनस। ए दीटा जिनस को हम बुझिया पड़ियो, ए दीटा पूरा अलग जिनस। ये काल आ ये समय, एथरे मंडे संडे टाइम 5टा 6टा 7टा एगुड़ा सब आसी पारे, किंतु एथरे काल सप्तम शताब्दी, वर्तमान एकविंश शताब्दी, 21st सेंचुरी। हमर ई तालचेर गोटे बढ़िया मंदिर अछि, तालचेर तो नुहे सेटा वर्तमान ढेंकानाल डिस्ट्रिक्ट रे जाउची, 7th century AD. So that particular temple is otherwise known as the Astasambhu temple. That was built around 7th century AD. That means a period from 600 AD to 700 AD. In between that, से काल रे तैयारी ही से समय। सो एठी काल भी यूज कले, समय भी यूज कले, किंतु काल आउ समय पर्टिकुलर दीटा जिंस एठी एटा हो जोटा ग्रामेटिकल जिंस, टेंस टा की जिंस गुटे ग्रामेटिकल जिंस, किंतु ये जो टाइम टा ग्रामेटिकल नुहे पिला माने। टेंस टा ग्रामेटिकल जिंस किंतु टाइम, let us come back to tense. So there are three tense aspects. One is present, another one is past, and there is another one that is known as the future tense. Present, past, and future tense. So let us understand the aspects of these tense. Okay, what are the aspect? Every tense has got 4 aspects. Prati tense ro 4 टा aspect अछि. कौन aspect अछि सेटा जानिबा. So से present हो बा past हो बा future हो. गोटे aspect हला गोटे जो state of condition is indefinite or otherwise known as simple, but you remember indefinite, present indefinite, or we otherwise say that present simple. So there, suppose I go. I go is a statement in present indefinite. Suppose here you cannot know the timing. Do you know the timing out here? I go. Or when do I go? Do you know the time? You don't know the time. So there is no particular timing out here. This is a normal, it is saying present indefinite, I go. I always go. So that is indefinite. There is another that is known as progressive or otherwise known as continuous. One is progressive or otherwise known as continuous, which is happening, which is occurring currently in looking at this present aspect, which that is continuing, that is occurring. So that is progressive. Suppose I am going. Here you can understand from this sentence itself, I am going, that means the movement is still on. Tamana kiye jane jauchi chalichi, kamata chalichi. Okay, so I am going. So this is in this progressive state or progressive aspect, the thing which is going on, the thing which is progressive, which is happening. Okay, suppose जोटा चलीछि वर्तमान चलीछि मु कहली इंडेफिनाइट रे कोनोसी समय कथा कहवा जाउनी एतरे समय बाउंड न थाए इंडेफिनाइट रे आई गो किछि समय के कथा कहवा जाउछि किंतु एठी आई एम गोइंग कहला माने जे तमे कहबो सारे एठी तक समय नै समय केमिते नै आई एम गोइंग माने मु इने जाउछि वर्तमान चलीछि वर्तमान कथा ही कहवा जाउछि ओके आ गोटे हला परफेक्ट एथरे मन रखे पड़ियो जोटा कंटिन्यू करूछि आ एथरे कोन से टाइम बाउंड न थाए इंडेफिनाइट रे एथरे एटा होछि स्टैटिक माने स्थिर एटा चलीछि ओके कंटिन्यूअस बा प्रोग्रेसिव जोटा परफेक्ट जोटा सरीछि जोटा एंड हे जाइछि जोटा एंड हे जाइछि माने आई हैव गॉन माने एठी भी टाइम हम जानि पड़छे जस्ट सरीछि जोटा एठी कोन हबो जोटा जस्ट सरीछि बा जस्ट फिनिश हेछि सेही सब जिंस प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट बा परफेक्ट रे से सब जिंस मन रहिला इंडेफिनाइट प्रोग्रेसिव परफेक्ट आउ गुटे स्टेट होछि परफेक्ट कंटीन्यूअस जोटा वर्तमान जाए चली आसु अछि मु आज तो नुआ पढौरी ए इंग्लिश ए ग्रामर मु विगत 8-10 वर्ष हला ए सब जिंस पढै आसु अछि ए जिंसटा एठी अछि प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट कंटीन्यूअस यो जिंसटा वर्तमान सुद्धा चली आछि व्हिच हैव बीन और यू हैव बीन डूइंग दैट सिंस फॉर सम टाइम Okay, or a thing which is being or which is occurring for some time, that we say that comes under this perfect continuous state. Suppose ମୁଁ ବିଗତ 10 ବର୍ଷ ହେଲା ଇଂଲିଶ ପଢି ଆସୁଅଛି, so I have been teaching English for the last 10 years, so that comes under present perfect continuous. I ଆଉ ଯଦି ଏଠି ଆମେ ଆମର जो ନେଇଛେ ସେଣ୍ଟେନ୍ସ ଟା ତାକୁ ଦେଖିବା, ତାହେଲେ ମୁଁ ଯାଇ ଆସୁଅଛି, so I have been going. Okay, so this is in present aspect, present tense re, present indefinite, present progressive, and present perfect, then present perfect continuous. Let me show you one question. Suppose indefinite रे फॉर्मूला सब बळे सब्जेक्ट वर्ब ऑब्जेक्ट माने एस टा जोठी लागिया कथा लागिबो, ही सी इट जोठी अछि सेठी एस लागिया कथा लागिबो इंडेफिनाइट रे. प्रोग्रेसिव रे सब्जेक्ट इज am are verb ing then object. Perfect subject plus have has verb 3 means past participle of the verb, after that you put object, and finally perfect continuous. Next comes perfect continuous. Subject have, has, been, verb ing, then object. So these are the 4 aspects of any tense. We have only discussed about the present tense. So present tense, present simple or present indefinite, present progressive or present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous, or present perfect progressive. I have told you here it is indefinite. That means it normally happens. Out here the thing is in a continuous state. Out here the thing has just finished. Out here the thing is been going on since some time. So these are the 4 aspects in. So let us move to a question. এই উপরে কেমিতা কোশ্চেন আসে আউ কেমিতা গোটা কোশ্চেন মু দেখউছি. সি ইউজুয়ালি ড্যাশ Nimhari language. She usually dash Nimhari. This is a language. Nimhari is a language. And in bracket it is written speak. This is the verb that is given in the bracket. Okay. So out here it is written fill in the blanks. I have told you in the syllabus there is fill in the blanks. So suppose there is a fill in the blanks question is there, and I'm showing you this question, fill in the blanks question. Okay, so there it is said you just fill in the blank with the correct form of the verb. Correct form of the verb, unless and until you know this subject verb agreement, as I have told you this thing particularly. What I'm telling you, the tense aspect. If you don't know the tense aspect, where the tense is, then how do you know that, how you can put these things particularly or in a right manner? You cannot put the things in a right manner. Suppose you want to say that I ate, but while speaking you are saying that I just or I have eaten. So the meaning is totally changed. Okay, so likewise in grammar particularly, you please try to understand the meaner or inner things very minutely. Okay, so out here in this time and tense aspect, I have told you in any of the tense aspect there are 4 aspects: indefinite, continuous, then perfect, then perfect continuous. So out here you'll have to fill in the blanks with taking the correct form of the verb. So out here it is written she usually dash Nimhari language. Nimhari is a language. Suppose I will erase this Nimhari, or if I'll put Udia out here, You don't know, suppose some of you might not be knowing about Nimhari language, so you must be knowing about Odia language. So she usually dash Odia language. So if you will see this, as I have told you, the pattern is this: subject, verb, object. The pattern is this: she is the subject, and out here verb is up to you. You'll have to put the right form of the verb. You need to put the right form of the verb. Please try to understand. In the question it is said put the right form of the verb. Question रे कौन कहिছে आज्ञा जे यार सठिक फॉर्मटा को भरा जाओ. फॉर्मटा को भरा जाओ माने गोटे verb रो तीनटा ये अछि प्रेजेंट पास्ट पास्ट पार्टिसिपल जेंति कहली गो वेंट गॉन हैला. तो एठी आमे गोटे सेंटेंस टा देखिला पर जानिबा सेंटेंस टा अछि कोठी. इंडेफिनिट रे अछि कि प्रोग्रेसिव रे अछि कि परफेक्ट रे अछि कि परफेक्ट कंटीन्यूअस रे अछि. जानिले तो आपण ठीक करेक्ट जिंसटा को पुट करि परिबे. तो एठी आमे देखुचे एटा केमतिया मु कहली इंडेफिनिट रो फार्मूला सब्जेक्ट वर्ब ऑब्जेक्ट, कंटीन्यूअस रो फार्मूला सब्जेक्ट इजामार वर्ब आईएनजी ऑब्जेक्ट. जो माने जानना दिया स्क्रीनशॉट नहीं जानतु. आ परफेक्ट रो subject have has verb free object, a perfect continuous subject have has been verb ing और object. किंतु एठी ताले कोन अछि subject अछि, subject पर verb जागाटा एठी ब्रैकेट रे देछि आपन को करेक्ट जिंसटा एठी पुट करिया अछि. सेटा पर कथा हमें देखिया. किंतु एठी ताले कोन अछि नेक्स्ट subject पर verb अछि. ओके मु कहिछि यार फार्मूलाटा इति verb संगे s लागि परिबो न जोटी I we they एबरे सब अछि सेठी verb रे s लागिबो जोटी he she it name अछि सेठी verb रे s लागिबो. तो ताकू देखिबा तापरे कोन अछि ऑब्जेक्ट किए कर्म कोटा कोन कहे मु कहली ऑब्जेक्ट को कोन प्रश्न पचारे निजु निजे व्हाट व्हिच कोन कहे से को भाषा कहे उड़िया. उसो उड़ियाटा एठी हला ऑब्जेक्ट. एठी ऑब्जेक्ट पई ओ लिखली उड़िया पई ओ लिखली. ओके तो सब्जेक्ट वर्ब ऑब्जेक्ट एई एग्रीमेंट बा एई स्ट्रक्चर रेटा अछि. ता माने हम जानले ए जो चारटा इंडेफिनाइट कंटीन्यूअस परफेक्ट परफेक्ट कंटीन्यूअस ए चारटा भीतर को स्टेट बोली हम जानले ए चारटा भीतर को फार्मूला रेटा मैच करछ ए फार्मूला रे मैच करछ. ओके तो एटा इंडेफिनाइट रे अछि जिंसटा. इंडेफिनाइट रे जदी अछि सी संगे रे वर्ब रे एस लागिबो हम जानि छै. एटा प्रथम कथा हम जानि देले एटा इंडेफिनाइट रे अछि. द्वितीय कथा इंडेफिनाइट रे जदी अछि वर्ब संगे रे एस लागिबो माने एटी स्पीक ही रहइबो. किंतु स्पीक रे एस लागिबो नै. सी स्पीक तो केबे होबो ना कोन होबो सी स्पीक्स होबो इंडेफिनाइट रे. सो सी यूजुअली स्पीक्स उड़िया लैंग्वेज. एटी थिला निम्हारी लैंग्वेज. सी यूजुअली स्पीक्स इन निम्हारी लैंग्वेज. आ गोटे कहूची आपण मान निजे ताकू भाबिबे सेठी कोन होबो. जेमति an honest man always dash the truth. An honest man always dash the truth, and in bracket it is said speak. Okay, so honest man, okay, man is the subject or honest man is the subject out here. Then the verb part is left blank. You need to put the right verb out here. So what? Truth. So object, subject, verb, object. So it is in indefinite. So man, an honest man. So it's a name. So you will put s into the verb. So honest man speaks. An honest man always speaks the truth. Okay. So likewise we will do. So this is about present, the four aspects of present tense. Likewise we have got four aspects of past tense. And for you I am making the table out here for your better understand, for your better realization, so that you would realize it in a better way. And for your better realization, for your better understanding, let me make this table for you. You do this table. There are 3 columns and there are 3 rows in this table. Okay. So this is the first table, present, this is past, this is future tense, and the first is always indefinite, second one continuous. Okay, sorry, you make another table out here for perfect continuous. 4 states are there, na? Indefinite, continuous, perfect, then perfect. Last one is not visible. Okay. So I am drawing this table for you students. I hope you would have understood what I am trying to tell you. Present tense, what is there? Indefinite or simple, then continuous, then perfect. Please try to understand. Okay, indefinite, continuous, perfect, and the last one is perfect continuous. I'm not writing inside anything, but I'm just showing you perfect continuous. So for present we are making one, for past we'll make one, and for future we'll make another one. So we'll get 3 rows for present, then we'll get another row for past, and finally we are getting a row for the future one. As I have told you, there are 4 aspects in any of the tense you say. So one is indefinite aspect, the another one is the continuous aspect, and the next one is the perfect aspect, and the final one is the perfect continuous aspect. So out here, if you will see, we'll see present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect continuous. In past, if you'll see past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect continuous. If you'll see in future, future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. So what will be the formulas? Please try to understand. Out here the formula will be subject, verb, object. Okay, out here the formula will be subject is, am, are, verb ing, and object. Out here the formula will be subject, have, has, plus verb 3, then object. Out here subject, have, has, plus been, plus verb ing, then object. Likewise the table will follow for everything. Subject, verb to object, subject, was slash were, verb ing, then object, subject plus had, plus verb 3 plus object, subject plus had been, plus verb ing plus object. Out here subject, shall slash will, plus verb plus object, subject, shall, will plus be, verb ing, then object, subject, shall slash will plus have, plus verb 3 plus object, and finally subject, shall slash will plus have plus been plus verb ing plus object. So these are the aspects of your tense. There are 4 aspects to a tense. Let us solve 1-2 more questions. We dash the TV all that evening. All at evening. We dash the TV all at evening. We dash the TV all we dash the TV all evening. That is a printing mistake. Okay, we dash the TV all evening, and in bracket it is written watch. The verb is given watch. So looking at this particular sentence, we dash the TV all evening, what do you understand? Where particularly the the sentence is? The sentence is in indefinite state. That means subject is there. Okay, then verb part is left blank. You will be putting that. So subject after subject, verb, and finally what you are watching? TV. So TV is the object. Subject, verb, object. That means it is in this state. Subject, verb, object. That means it is in present indefinite. So in present indefinite, we watch. We watch the TV all evening. We watch the TV all evening. If we will put that in present indefinite, so ଲାଗୁଛି ଏଇଟା ଠିକ ବସିବ ଏଠି we watch the TV all evening. ମୁଁ କହିଲି ଏଠି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆସେ କୌଣସି ସମୟ ଆସେନି, ଯେତେବେଳେ ଇନଡେଫିନାଇଟ ରେ ଆସେ ମୁଁ କହିଲି ନା I go, এটা প্রেজেন্ট ইনডেফিনাইট রে আছে, কিন্তু I am going সেটা প্রেজেন্ট কন্টিনিউয়াস, কারণ এটি সময় কହୁଛି বর্তমান ମୁଁ যাଉଛି। ওকে, কিন্তু এଠି কোন সময় কথা যে কহা যাଉଛି অল ইভিনিং ଆମେ টিভি, এଠି ଆମେ যদি এমিতি କହିବା প্রেজেন্ট ইনডেফিনাইট ଆମେ ପ୍ରତି ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟାରେ ଆମେ ପୁରା ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା টিভି ଦେଖୁ, ଏମିତି ହୁଏ ପୁରା ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା টিভି ଦେଖୁ ନା ଆମେ ପୁରା ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା টিভି ଦେଖିଲୁ, টিভি ଦେଖିଲୁ এইটা এটি হব। যদি পুরা সন্ধ্যা লাগিব এটি কোন হব আমি পুরা সন্ধ্যা বা পুরা সন্ধ্যা জায়গা টিভি দেখিলু, কেবে এমিতি হব কি সেন্টেন্স ওড়িয়া আমি পুরা সন্ধ্যা টিভি দেখু, এমিতি হবনি। সো এটি যদি অল ইভিনিং নথান্তা তাহলে উই ওয়াচ দি টিভি করতাম, কিন্তু এটি অল ইভিনিং আছে তেণু এটা কোন জায়গায় আছে পাস্ট ইনডেফিনাইট আছে, সবজেক্ট ভার্ব টু অবজেক্ট রে আছে হেলা। উই ওয়াচড দি টেলিভিजन অল ইভিনিং, কারণ এটি ফর্মুলা হচ্ছে V2 বা past জিনিসটা এটি লাগিব we watched the TV all evening। ওকে, এটা আউট আছে সি ড্যাশ কলেজ, এটা হচ্ছে লিভ ভার্বটা, you will have to put the right form of the verb, সি ড্যাশ কলেজ 2 years ago, 2 years ago। So 2 years ago অতীত কথা কোয়া যাଉଛି, ডেফিনেটলি এটা পাস্ট ইনডেফিনাইট রে হি ଅଛି, এটা দেখু দেখু জଣା পড়ি যাଉଛି। সো সি পাস্ট ইনডেফিনাইট রে কোন হবে সবজেক্ট সাথে ভার্ব টু লাগিব। সো সি কলেজ ছাড়ি দেলানি কেতে বর্ষ হলা 2 বর্ষ হলা। ওকে, সো যদি আমি এমিতি কইবা সে কলেজ 2 বর্ষ হলা ছাড়ি দেলা, এমিতি কইবা কয় কোন ছাড়ি দেলানি, তা মানে এঠি भी নাই, এঠি भी নাই সেইটি ଅଛି, এই জায়গায় ଅଛି, কেবে কনফ্ୟୁजन হেবেনি। সেইতি পই মু তো আপন কହୁতলি সে 2 বর্ষ হলা কলেজ ছাড়ি লানি, সি লেফট কলেজ 2 years ago, সে 2 বর্ষ হলা কলেজ ছাড়ি দেলা। ওকে, সো লাইকওয়াইজ you can answer any of the things। out ଅଛି she dash just now, she dash just now ব্র্যাকেট রে ଅଛି arrive। ମୁଁ କହିଲି ଯେତେବେଳେ just now କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ just ସରିଛି ସେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ କୋଉ ଜାଗାରେ ସେଟା ରହିବ ପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟ ପରଫେକ୍ଟ ରେ ରହିବ। ସୋ ଏଠି just ଯୋଉ ଜିନିଷଟା ମାନେ ସରିଛି বা just जोटा सरीची सेटा हेई परिबो, बा जोटा just सरीला प्रेजेंट इंडेफिनाइट, तो ई जगह रे सब्जेक्ट अछि तापरे कोन अछि वर्ब जोटा कि आपण पकेइबे सब्जेक्ट वर्ब तापरे ऑब्जेक्ट अछि। तो इटा सी अराइव्स जस्ट नाउ केबे हबो कि से एबे पहुंचंती, एमिते हम कहंती से पहुंचंती कहंती, किंतु एबे तो लगांती ना, किंतु से एबे पहुंचिले एइटा हेई परिबो, से एबे पहुंचंती केबे हेई परिबोनी, कोन होई परिबो से एबे पहुंचिले। सो पहुंचिले माने सब्जेक्ट ई जगह रे अछि पास्ट इंडेफिनाइट, तनो एठी शी अराइव्ड जस्ट नाउ, शी अराइव्ड जस्ट नाउ। सो this is how you can move up in English and you can be thorough in English and you can answer any of the competitive examination, you can answer thoroughly and you can crack any of the entrance examinations। Okay, so with this I would like to thank you all. So in today's class particularly, I show you the syllabus and the tidbits inside that how that will be following out here in this browser study education. Thank you all for watching.